I'm Untitled Chapter, and today I'm going to be talking to you about project management knowledge area. So permit me to use a few minutes of your time to remind you of this important concept. Project management is a little bit different from management in general, and today we are going to be focusing on project management. Remember, project is an endeavor that has a beginning and an end, and resources are used in between. But knowledge areas they are guidelines that have been provided. They are like standards that are applied in managing a project. Project management knowledge area is outlined in the Pinball Guide or Project Management Body of Knowledge Guide by the Project Management Institute, and it's being reviewed from time to time. So just as a reminder, subscribe to my channel by clicking on the subscribe button below this video if you like more explanations on concept of project management and other areas. So let's start with the first one, project integration management. The first aspect of project management is project integration. Project integration management has to do with bringing all aspects of the project together. For instance, initiating the project, planning the project, or outlining who is involved in this project, how much is to be used. On a high level, this is outlined in the project charter. The project charter is a document that specifies the existence of the project. Without the project charter, there is no project. So project charter is a key thing in the project integration management knowledge area, and also the planning of the project, like creating of the project management plans, happens in the project integration management. After the integration management, we now have the scope management. Scope management has to do with what is in the scope and what is outside the scope. What really has to be done in this project and what is not to be done. In scope management, we have to talk about the scope statement, which is a statement that outlines what work is to be done in the project. It can be a paragraph or maybe a series of bullet points that outlines exactly what to be done in the project. In scope management, we talk about the work breakdown structure that outlines the breakdown of the work into smaller categories of work to be done in the project. The next one is the project time management. Remember, a project has a starting point and an ending point. Even if this project fails, it also has to end at some point. So time management has to do with the schedule. So in time management, we create the project schedule. We also outline the time it will take, the time estimate for the work that has been specified during the scope management. And the next one is the cost management. The cost management is simply about the budget. So when we talk about the cost management, we're always talking about making estimates of how much it will cost in terms of resources, in terms of money, that this project is going to take. So in cost management, we establish a baseline, we establish the reserves to be used, and every other thing related to funding on this project. After the cost management, we now have the quality management. Quality management is a little bit different from quality as a word in general. Today, people believe quality normally refers to something of high value or something better than others. But in project management, it's a little bit different. Quality in project management refers to something that meets up the requirement that has been specified in the plan. So in project management, quality management knowledge area highlights the fact that the project work have to meet up the requirements that has been specified. And it's one of the very important aspects of project management, because if every other thing succeeds and the quality fails, or the quality does not succeed, or the deliverables does not meet up the requirements, and the project generally is a failure. Then the next aspect is the human resource management. This is a little bit easy because it has to do with gathering the team you are going to use, the team members that will make up the project team. You have to decide whether to hire people outside or you have to source people from inside the organization. So most times these two aspects are combined. Some persons are hired from the outside and some persons are sourced from inside the organization. So that's about human resource management. And the next part is the risk management. What are risks? Risks are unforeseen events or uncertain events that may occur during the lifetime of the project. Risks can be positive, they can also be negative. When they are positives, when they are positive, they are opportunities that can be leveraged on to either save cost or time. They are negative, they are threats that will require some kind of planning to be able to respond to them when they occur. So during risk management, you outline the possible risks that may occur in the project and carry out qualitative and quantitative analysis of these risks. And then you have to make a risk register as one aspect of the risk management knowledge area. The next one is the communication management. So communication management has to do with planning the communication during the project, what forms of communication, how frequent the meetings will hold, who will coordinate these meetings, and so on and so forth. So basically about reporting hierarchy and how information is exchanged during the project is handled in communication management. The next one is the procurement management. What is going to be bought from outside? So during procurement management, you outline a list of possible vendors or maybe subcontractors, and then you conduct procurement, and then you actually choose the vendors, you manage procurement, be able to close out the contract that has been created during the course of the project. And the last one is the stakeholder management. Stakeholder management has to do with managing your stakeholders. But before we outline what stakeholder management is, you need to know what a stakeholder is. A stakeholder is anybody that is affected or whose actions will affect the outcome of the project. So you have to talk about the project management team, the project manager, the sponsor, the government, the communities in the place a project is holding, the customer, and every other person involved in this project directly or indirectly. So we've outlined the 10 different project management knowledge areas. Now let's recap. Let's just mention this list and let's try to see if you can take some time to remember them. The first one we mentioned is integration management. We mentioned the scope management. We mentioned the time management. We mentioned the cost management. We mentioned the quality management. We mentioned the human resource management. We mentioned the communication management, risk management, procurement management, and stakeholder management. If you're a project manager or you're a functional manager in the office, you need to know all of these. This helps you to be effective in your role. So there is some phrase that you can use to remember these 10 knowledge areas, and that is the calculus quiz. In school, the calculus quiz has created really poor scores. In school, the calculus quiz has created really poor scores, says 5 times quickly. In integration, school, scope, that is the time, the calculus quiz, cost, quality, and so on. In school, the calculus quiz has created really poor scores. So the first letter of this phrase outlines or highlights each of the 10 knowledge areas. I'd like to thank you for viewing. Also remember to subscribe. If you have any concept you'd like me to explain clearly to you, leave it in the comment below. Remember, I'm always there to help you understand different concepts in a very short and easy way. The next topic I'm going to talk about is the project management process groups. There are 5 of them. I'll see in the next presentation.